Deus que o Senhor ouviu o plano de briga de homem, não. Deus esteja. Almejei em árvore, no quintal, embaixo do córrego, no meu acerto. Todo dia isso faço, gosto, este mal, velocidade. Daí, quero me chamar, causa do bezerro. Um bezerro branco, terroso, os olhos de vencer, civil, com máscara de cachorro. Me disseram, eu não quis avistar. Mesmo que o defeito como nasceu, a realidade de beiços, esse figurava rindo, feito pessoa, cara de gente, cara de cão, determinaram, era o demo. The shots you heard, they weren't of war, no, not the clash of men. A different horror pierced the air, a truth beyond our ken. A cow born wrong with a man's green face, a haunting, silent plea. A mark of madness on the land, for all the world to see, a shadow over me. This devil's work, it finds its way deep in the human heart. You ask of him, the Horned One skies with fire and smoke ablaze. He dwells within, behind human eyes and twisted silent ways. Distant fiend, no mythic tale from ancient whispered lore, but in the spirit's darkest corners, knocking at the core forevermore. This devil's work, it finds its way deep in the human heart. This devil's work, it finds its way deep in the human heart. You ask of him, the Horned One skies with fire and smoke ablaze. He dwells within, behind human eyes and twisted silent ways. No distant fiend, no mythic tale from ancient whispered lore, but in the spirit's darkest corners, knocking at the core forevermore. Devil's work, it finds its way deep in the human heart. Remember the boy with his cruel delight, a chilling vacant stare, tormenting creatures day and night, lost to all despair. Then came the torment, a fitting end, a brutal mirror art. His parents' hand, a debt to mend, tearing him apart.
Our spirits start, our brotherhood.
rugged clothes. But in his eyes a different light arose, where sorrow surely goes. How could it be a man of Backlands outlaw, like me in war and strife, to feel this bold, this agonizing life? A love beyond my knife. Was it my fault? Did I commit some sin to hold this feeling deep, so deep within? This love for him, when does it truly begin? Tell me, was it false, or just the skin I'm in? For the days were spent in blood beneath the searing sun. Our breath was clear, the battles to be won. But in the night, when all the work was done, a silent tremor where our souls became as one. A race intensely run, his heart in hand, the way he moved with grace. A phantom touch, leaving not a trace upon my barren place. Was it my fault? Did I commit some sin to hold this feeling deep, so deep within? This love for him, when does it truly begin? Tell me, was it false, or just the skin I'm in? He was a warrior forged in fire and steel, a man of action, one he chose to feel. And I, caught in the current, could not conceal this strange devotion, painfully real. A wound that won't quite heal, each glance, each word, a sun-burning fire, fueling a passion, rising ever higher. How could I love a man with sword and rifle clutched? A fellow Backlands outlaw by the world untouched. Yet every fiber of my being was touched, more bound to him, a sacred silent hunch, a soul completely clutched. This burning question echoing in the void. By what dark forces was my heart employed? Was it my fault? Did I commit some sin to hold this feeling deep, so deep within? This love for him, when does it truly begin? Tell me, was it false, or just the skin I'm in? Tell me, old friend, who takes the blame, who bears the cost for a love so true, yet utterly lost. Was it my fault? Was it his? Or was it just our fate across this unholy flame for a man at any cost? The Backlands wave, a harshing of the living land, where shadows lie, the bloodstained shifting sand. The gaze of parallel with words like a distant bell, scores tongue in abandoned hell. The story he would tell was book of order, of a law beyond the gun. A different sun to rise when all the fighting's done. I taught him letters, the words I knew so well. He learned to read under the sun's cruel spell. But he taught me more of the world's harsh brutal truth. The ways of men, the loss of youth, a wisdom born of root. He sought to civilize the wild, to tame the restless soul. But the Backlands grasp runs deeper, takes its heavy toll. Together alone, he returned, the man of reason bleed. A vision lost in the vastness, for all the world to see. He gathered men, not just for plunder's gain, but for a purpose to wash away the stain of endless blood, of a senseless literary. He saved the peace through chaos and through pain, the hope in pouring rain. He spoke of borders of a world yet to be found, while the ancient spirits whispered from the hollow stark and bare, a weight of drenched in desolate stark expanse. Subliminals will a desperate final chance to haunt Hermógenes through a curse forgotten trance. The social world's lethal, a morbid deadly dance, no hope in its advance. A folly whispered madness in the air, to seek a cure in such deep despair. The lethal calls and shadows deep and fast, a chilling grip on darkness meant to last. Lost in its hold, our sanity held fast. The swallow, the grave where souls are cast. The sun beat down, a hammer on the brain. One man began to sway, then fell in silent pain. The dark fluids spilled from lips that knew no stain of life or joy, just as dark bitter rain. The horror couldn't explain. His thorn slid downward from the saddle's hold. Another victim to his ground so old. Our eyes deceived us on that cursed ground. No stain, gaze, no footing could be found. Mirages shivered without a single sound. The desert stretched where only death was crowned. By madness tightly bound between the states where sun and silence meet. A fool's errand in the oppressive heat. The lethal calls and shadows deep and fast. A chilling grip, a darkness meant to last. Lost in its hold, our sanity held fast. With a swallow, a grave where souls are cast. The danger grew, a presence cold and grim, to push on further and be merging chaos brim. The horses faltered, light began to dim. Our purpose wavered, a desperate fading lost to the desert's whims and billows order. A voice against the doom, to turn from darkness, escape the silent tomb. The Backlands keep their secrets vast and deep, where madness swells and tortured spirits sleep. Deceived us on that cursed ground. No stain, gaze, no footing could be found. Mirages shimmer without a single sound. The desert stretched. With an unforgiving light. again and again, breaking every chain. The thirst for vengeance, a fever in the blood, a cleansing fire, a destructive surging flood. The serpent's coils round my heart they wind, a silent vow, a path no peace can find. For diadem, my soul entwined. This vengeance now, it claims my mind. So we rode on, driven by a common ache. For your mural spirit, for goodness sake. About the blood, for all our future stake. Until the very last breath we take, no peace will we make. So we rode on, driven by a common ache. For your mural spirit, for goodness sake. About the blood, for all our future stake. Until the very last breath we take, no peace will we make. Hermógenes strides with cruel intent, betrayers steal in poison hands. Riobaldo's heart, a covenant, sealed in blood across the lands. A thunder-sharp clash, the world holds breath. Dust and rage entwined with death. A G.Rosa's cry, a final breath, echoing love and bitter death. At the crossroads where fate is sealed, they stand, rifles raised, swords revealed. Riobaldo's gaze cuts through the night, awaiting Hermógenes' final fight. Echoes of Jorka's fallen cry, through the war in every eye. On this blazing edge of doom, vengeance flares and doom resumes. Riobaldo's gaze cuts through the night, awaiting Hermógenes' final fight. Echoes of Jorka's fallen cry, through the war in every eye. On this blazing edge of doom, vengeance flares and doom resumes. Hermógenes strides with cruel intent, betrayers steal in poison hands. Riobaldo's heart, a covenant, sealed in blood across the lands. A thunder-sharp clash, the world holds breath. Dust and rage entwined with death. Death, a G.Rosa's cry, a final breath, echoing love and bitter death. Echoing love and bitter death, echoing love and bitter death. Ashes of betrayal meet the dawn, silent hearts will carry on. At Paradown the pact is done, vengeance live but loved ones gone. My love just be true. Oh Diodora, what was your name? You hid the sun inside the flame. I fought beside you, loved your soul, but never guessed to just be true. And now the veil is torn apart. You were the blade within my heart. A woman forged in war and pride, who loved me once, but hidden all. And now the veil is torn apart. You were the blade within my heart. A woman forged in war and pride, who loved me once, a hidden all. And now the veil is torn apart. You were the blade within my heart. A woman forged in war and pride, who loved me once, a hidden all. And now the veil is torn apart. You were the blade within my heart. A woman forged in war and pride, who loved me once, a hidden all. Was it the devil who wrote your fate? Want me to blind, too full of hate? I kissed your brow, I cursed the sky, and never once asked why. Now lies the truth in quiet air. You were the rose beyond compare. My only light, my sacred stead. The war was never out but in. Now lies the truth in quiet air. You were the rose beyond compare. My only light, my sacred stead. The war was never out but in. They told me love was weakness. They told me to go so does not feel. But they never knew Diodora, and I never knew myself.
Amável filho, me ouviu. Minha ideia confirmou que o diabo não existe. Pois não. O Senhor é um homem soberano, circunspecto, amigos somos, não há nada. O diabo não há, é o que eu digo. Se for, existe homem humano. Travessia.